All right, guys, do you have an older Ford truck that the shifter indicator does not line up where it's supposed to be? Or in park, it doesn't move like it's supposed to. When you go to drive, it always ends up over here somewhere. I got the fix for it. Let me show you what we're going to do. Here's the cure. We're going to install a brand new aluminum bracket. And that bracket is up under here, inside the steering column. So what we're going to have to do is take off this hush panel, take off this steering column plastic guard, get that all lowered down, and then we'll show you what this piece is, but it's going to be a white piece of plastic, and we're going to replace it with this, so it'll never break again. Give me a minute. All right, here's the hush panel I told you about, and if I show it to you in a car, this sunlight blinds the camera, but these little push tabs, they're actually sitting like this. Sideways, you take your screwdriver, you push in, and you're going to rotate them towards like that. So you've got 4 here. All right, next what we have here, where are we at? Here it is. Here you go. We've got this steering column cover. Here's the lower cover. I've got that off. This you unscrew. That's for your steering wheel to rotate up and down. I kick it straight back up so it's not in my way. Take that out of your way. That's all you need to do is remove it, and we should be able to see it. Here's the part right there that we're going to be replacing. Now, when I show it to you here in a minute, it is going to be a white small piece of plastic. All right, guys, I try to get my camera up there. I can't. So I'm holding a mirror, and I'm going to try to point to you. Can you see this white? I can't. I'm looking through the mirror, so let me figure this out. Can you see this white right here? And it's got that black spinning wheel. No, I'm only got one Phillips screwdriver. That's a reflection. Anyway, let me see if I can't point up here. Okay, I'm very close where it is, right there. Okay, that white and black thing will come off. You see that screw right there? That is a 7/32 screw. That comes out, and then what we'll have to do on the other end of the cable, it's like a little circle in the wire that you're going to hook something to. So first thing, let's get this screw out. I'm going to get this disconnected so you can see what I'm talking about, and then we'll go ahead and exchange this piece out right here. So here's the piece that I disconnected. You see how it's got like the wire has a round hook to it right there? Okay, but this is supposed to be one piece, okay, as what this would be is all solid one piece, all right? And what happens is this part of it right here breaks right here, so it's not connected, so no longer holds your shifter where it needs to be. This thing can move around some. So what we're going to do is we'll end up taking this all apart. You see the spinning wheel? All right, this piece here. I'm going to put this back on again so I can kind of explain to you how this thing works. What is supposed to happen with that spinning wheel? Basically, let's figure out how it's supposed to go originally. Oh, come on now. Anyway, what's going to happen is this spinning wheel is connected here. So when you rotate this, you see this is all threads. This rotates back and forth. And what that does is it pulls this cable back and forth, in which, in turns, moves that shifter indicator. Now watch, I'm going to grab the cable, all right, and now we're going to pull cable. You see the cable being moved? We want to be way over here, and we were right here because this bracket's broke. So we need to exchange this out. We'll slide that off, all right? That's out of the way. And then we just have to unscrew. Just kind of remember where you're at. What are we, like a 1/4 inch from here to here? Just unscrew this completely. You got to get it off there. Just completely unscrew it all the way. There you go. Slide this off. Remember how this faced. Remember that little hole right there? So what we need to do is the same thing. We're going to, this is how it's going to look when we pull this thing apart, okay? Just like this. So we're going to pull this off. We're going to kind of start the slide. What needs to happen, I got this in camera, yeah, we need to put this piece inside this bracket right now, okay? And now we're going to go ahead and feed the cable through. Let the cable go all the way through. Give it a second. You know, when you don't have the camera running, you can do it real easy. Cable's coming through, but now we have to start threading this wheel back on where we were at. Okay? Don't cross thread it, because then you mess everything up. Once it starts, all right, there we go. We're good. I guess it's better just to spin it this way. Here we go. All right. We're getting through. There it goes. Just make sure everything's nice and straight. Here we go. Now our goal is to kind of put it where it was sitting before. And don't worry about it. If it's off, we can adjust it by turning that spinning wheel. It will move where it needs to be. We are pretty close. I think we're really close right there. And what we're going to do is we're going to need to put this thing back up in here the way it was before. Reconnect that cable in, which I always do first. I put this on the hook, and then I'll set this up where this needs to be, upside down, up in that area, and then we'll put the bolt in it. All right, I want to show you something so you know how to do this. This is the old one, but I'm showing you because I got the other one hanging here. But you see how this is a flat bottom, okay? The screw comes from this side. You see how this is hollowed out, you would say? All right, I'm going to show you something. That hollowed out, there is a pedestal. I'm going to use the mirror again so you can see it. Follow that. You see that right there is a pedestal, okay? Right there, right between these two screws. Okay. This hollowed out spot goes up into the pedestal, and then you put the screw in. Alrighty, guys, there you go. You can see this is the mirror. We're looking upside down, but that's where the bolt goes through the center of that deal. And then we tighten this down. Right here is that star wheel I told you that spins. And what that's going to allow us to do is to adjust our shifter up on our dash. We'll spin that, and that's going to make that cable go in and out, feed through that bracket. So, all right, I'm going to start spinning the wheel. I don't know which way to spin it yet. See how it's moving closer to the P? I am literally spinning that wheel. Now, what I really need to do, making sure the slack's out of it, I need to put the key back in the ignition. I'm actually going to start this, and then I'm going to shift the car, and let's see where we end up at. All right, we've got the truck running. I'm going to put it in gear. We're going to go to reverse. Okay, see how far off to the right it is? So I've got adjusted not enough. So now you reach under the dash, find that little wheel, and we're going to spin it to where it's on R. We're on the R. There's drive, second, first. We'll take it back to park. My foot's off the brake. We're not moving nowhere. Here's reverse, neutral. And there's drive, and we moved. So, all right, we're fixed. All right, I got you back down here again. I'm just going to point out to you so you understand. I can't point up, but right there's that spinning wheel. You remember that little black wheel that we put in this bracket? That's what you're going to turn, and it's going to allow that to go in and out that cable, which means how you adjust everything. So everything is good. I know that bracket's all hooked up. I showed you where the hook is up here, and what I did have to use to do that, I did have to use my long pair of needles pliers, so I was able to reach up there and get that cable set up that goes in there. But guys, there you go. I hopefully, see if I can't point my light and everything right over. Can you see that spinning wheel really good? Follow the cable, goes all the way up, straight up. You see the cable, and there's a hook. That's the shifter itself, and that's how that all connects to it. All right, guys, I hope I helped out somebody who knows how to put this in. This is really easy. It probably took me 30, 40 minutes to do it here. Trying to show it to you. Trying to show you how to do it. If you're doing it on your own, on these trucks, and this is an 02 F250 Super Duty. Hey, all of these things are about the same. All these little plastic things breaks in all the cars. All right, guys, we're going to go. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. And everybody be safe, all right? Take it easy.